Hi guys and girls, this is Claudia here from Metaldays 2017 with Chontaraz. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So you arrived on the Metaldays, but it seems that you still are looking for some stuff.
Yeah, apparently. And, as we heard, we're not the only ones, but we managed to get all our gear or almost all our gear, enough to play the show.
Okay.
So we made it work and we did the show, and yeah, happy about that.
Yeah. So we hope that the rest's gonna come as well.
It's been a bumpy couple of days, but it's just smooth sailing from here.
Yeah, right. So what was the experience then here on the stage?
Oh, it's total professional. You know, the crew was amazing. Just because we were missing some essential stuff for our gear and setup. Yeah, they were really helpful. So,
cool.
Of course, we had to cut one song and that. But the show was great, even though we played early. People were coming with the swimming pools, and people were with the chants, and yeah, actually, it made it worthwhile. For sure.
Cool. So you have such a interesting style mixture. How did you go about to decide on what you're gonna do musically?
Well, the thing is, like, we are individually in the band. We have so many different inspirations and influences. We listen to much. I don't listen to the same as him or him, and so yeah. Like, what we try to do is to blend our inspirations, our influences, and our playing.
No borders.
No borders. And just have fun with it.
Right.
So we came up with a couple of songs when we started to make songs for the first album, and we just narrowly found we call it our own style. So
Kind of innovative is the response we have got from some magazines, so that's cool. It's a mixture of everything.
It's a bit risky, you know, to blend genres and try to be like please all crowds and stuff like that, but that's not our focus. That we haven't thought about it from that perspective. It's just try to implement our own music individually.
As long as we like it ourselves, that's the most important part.
For example, me and Chontaraz, we are like huge fans of Depeche Mode, you know, and Rammstein and In Flames, of course, and a lot of different bands. So
there's a lot of influences coming. Yeah. So is that when you're sharing your music with the fans, like live or on an album, like, is there influences coming from only the music and yourself, or is it also other parts of, say, art, like literature, films?
Yeah. you know, the thing is, Chontaraz has made he made his own language that we blend into the lyrics, because we've all been fans of like Tolkien and a lot of sci-fi, Mad Max, Star Wars universe, whatever. You know, so we come up with he come up with like his own language that we mix in there with the English lyrics, and we try to build our own universe, you know, where stuff happens. And
Cool.
Extra level.
Cool.
And also we're like sci-fi geeks, you know, so.
So what are your plans now after Metaldays?
Right now, we have a couple of festivals during the fall that is not confirmed yet, but we will most likely will do that. But our main focus is to start writing the new material for the new album. We already started. Actually, we got this new idea. We listened to it on our way here, and we all got really excited about it. So it was really cool.
A lot of fantastic new ideas.
We think it's fantastic.
As long as we like it, then it's good for us.
But so we're actually gonna try to spend the fall to make the album, and because we're a new band and we want to keep being fresh, you know, because you have to release a record often these days, so you can tour and so you can stay relevant, you know. So we just want to get in there, because we spent like 2 years before the band was official, you know, with making the album and everything. So this album for us is old, you know. We already did this 2 years ago. So we're ready to do another one.
And there's also shows coming up, right?
No, it's nothing confirmed right now because we just want to follow up. We just make the album as quickly as possible. And then we have
phase.
With the same producer as well. So Daniel Bergström from Sweden, the man behind In Flames, Meshuggah. He loved to work with us, and we love to work with him. So that will be very good. So we still do that cooperation.
Like crazy guy, but in a most positive way. You know, he's a machine in the studio.
He's a musical genius. So got some music in his head.
And so, talking about people you're working with, there's also videos. You know, so how did that, go?
For the first video, we got tipped. A friend of mine, it's Thomas Youngblood from Camelot. He tipped us about this studio in Serbia. So actually, we flew down there.
Oh, okay.
And okay, let's do it because the videos for Camelot is awesome, So we thought, okay, that's the way to go. And then we didn't have the drummer at the time, and then we asked them, like, could you guys just get us a drummer to sit there and play? And that was Yeki, our drummer now. He impressed us so we like, you want to join the band? Sure.
Mutual love at first sight.
But for the video that came now and the next one video is that's actually me. I made it.
Cool.
So I get to be creative in other ways than just music.
Right.
Yeah.
So a question that I'm always putting because it stays in my mind is what makes a person become an artist or be defined as an artist, or who decides who is an artist or who's not?
That's I can just talk for myself, but for me it's always been a part of my life, a huge part of my life. From being 7-8 years old, playing my old my mom's old cassettes in constant repeat with Michael Jackson, and stuff, Green Day and stuff like that, and like standing in front of the mirror and like, hey, Yeki.
Hey, you're here. Hi.
So always, from early on, it's like just to create something,
Right.
People create something, drawing, whatnot, but for me it was music, so.
For me as well. I always written songs, so it's that's the best part to be the creative and get what you hear in your head out on the mixing table. It's speakers.
It's an outlet. It's therapy for your own mind,
Okay. Yeah. So, hi. First of all, good to see you too. So, what do you think? What makes a person become an artist? Or do you feel you're an artist, or you consider yourself like a musician, or what's the term for you mean?
Well, it depends on the personal expectations of what do you expect of yourself if you call yourself an artist or if you call yourself a musician, because aren't musicians artists by default? Because most of them actually aren't, but those people, you cannot be an artist if you're not expressing yourself. So a lot of people that just play music just because they don't have nothing better to do, they could be artists. But I think it's somewhat of beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because to me playing music is listening to music on a higher level. Because when you're just listening to music, you come to a show or whatever, then you're just experiencing what's coming out from the guys on stage or whatever. But when you're on stage, you're experiencing what's coming out of you and your fellow bandmates.
It's a connection.
Right.
Yeah, that too. But it's like listening music from the first person. Yeah, it's kind of like that. People sometimes bash me about when I'm playing drums. I'm like really focused, and when I'm really focused, I look like this. But when I'm telling jokes and having fun, and I look like I'm telling jokes. And people expect me. I mean, I don't know what bleep people expect me, but when I'm focused and when I'm in the thing, it's like I don't fucking care how my face feels or looks. It's like, yeah, but you look like you're so bored. You don't have any idea how it feels to play music.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, try it, and I mean, because there is a thing where you have to like get focused and play your stuff.
Yeah.
And then when you handle that, then you can start to enjoy it from a much deeper perspective than just by listening to it or just by playing it. It's like a third dimension, and it's the listening to music from the first person.
I think we're getting good at that. You know, me and you on stage.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of expressions going on when I'm standing looking at you, and
And that's a completely different thing when you have that internal listening, or call it whatever you like, and then you pick a person out either from the crowd or on stage, even better.
Has the same vibe or the same.
Oh yeah, and then your eyes lock, and then it's just like it's. I don't know how like family friendly this is, but it's better than sex, and it has nothing to do with like gender. Stupid stuff like that.
It's an inner feeling that's very strong.
Absolutely. I mean, that's like the general way to describe it, but it's
it's like to fuck, all right? No, just say it.
I think we should talk about sex.
No, I don't think so.
baby, and it's actually indescribable. As far, I mean, I've been trying for the last 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, dude, we're running out.
But maybe that's something you said, like, try it, you know? If you haven't experienced it.
Yeah, there's no way. I can't tell you how it is. It's great.
You should try it.
Yeah, it's great. You should try it. Definitely.
Right on. Right. So thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for the music and your time. Thanks.
Thank you.